Hello YouTube, this is Ezekiel doing a during action report for Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. Going back to some single player action in the Road to Nijmegen campaign. I'm still slogging my way through this, so I am playing this blind. And I thought I'd do this mission with you guys watching, a bit of a let's play. And I'm up to Badlands, so this mission I'm near Papenburg, near Nijmegen. I am controlling F Company of the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, and this force, it looks like it's been in reserve, so I haven't really used them yet, I don't think, or if I have, I think they're probably going to be resupplied, and I've got to move up and counterattack a German position. Now these are apparently the same forces I was versing earlier in the campaign with Able and Charlie companies, so hopefully, because I did do some damage to them then, hopefully they'll be a bit of a less of a threat now. Not allowed to lose this mission though, so this is going to be interesting. I've got the full company, I've got an MMG attached, 2 jeeps of 50 cals, and I've got 2 sections of 81mm mortars with target reference points, and very poor quality German troops, which have already been mauled by A Company in the 1st Battalion of the 505th. And okay, an effective artillery strike assault, and I've got to take 3 objectives. Okay, what can go wrong? Here's the map. I am back here, there's F Company, jeeps on the road. Now, I've already moved these target reference points to where I think I'm going to need them. 1 on each objective, and the 4th one, this area here, that's like a good defensive line, breaking up these 2 objectives before I reach the 3rd, which is also worth the most points. So that does leave this area, which I do know there's Germans in, does leave that free of a target reference point, and also this approach. But I think I've got a way around that. I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm looking at this map, I'm thinking of going around this way. Looks like an open death field. So I may move 1 platoon up as a fire base here, and 2nd platoon to move through these trees and come in across this road here, hopefully, and keep away from that contact. And let's have a look. If I go down here, look, I've got a light vehicle at the top there, probably an AA, maybe an AA vehicle, not too sure. That could be a threat. Yeah. Maybe change my plan right now. I think we'll be right. I think if we get to the right spot down here, we could... No, that's too far. We'll worry about that when we get there. So that's the rough plan. I will... So this platoon here's got the MMG attached, so these guys look like they're going to be the prime targets for the base of fire mission. So they're going to move up. Like so. The MMG. Now the MMGs are fun ones because let me just uncheck you. The MMGs are fun because always a real problem with these hedgerows, or you don't know if they're actually going to get good line of sight or not. I'm actually thinking there. If I deploy you there, face that way, yeah, that could be a good spot actually. May have to move that squad as a result. And I'll start a little bit further over. Oops. HQ looks like a pretty decent HQ. So what am I missing? Good, 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 not good. Yeah. Okay, so that should be spread out good, like so. This lucky platoon, what's this, the 3rd platoon, looks like they get the duty of going around the flank here. So I'm going to get them to go like so. I'll get up there first. Fingers crossed there's no one. Looks like I'm hitting that bug. This is a bug that's been in the game since the last update. See, the action squares, the occupied action squares, don't know which side of the wall to go on sometimes. Any type of wall or bocage piece like that. Just make sure that flank is clear. This is what platoons. This is the second platoon. Let's see what they can do.
Listen up.
Turn the trees off.
Listen up.
Oh, I may get them just to hide in these woods here just for a bit.
Quiet down. Let's get some noise discipline here.
Maybe they'll go for that objective. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but
Yes, sir. Did you see that?
there we go. Maybe something like that. And my HQ elements. I am tempted to split these guys up. Actually, I may actually do this. I may have the XO add a few extra rifles to this flanking force, and company HQ will let's have a look here. Limited AT. I've got one vehicle contact at the back there, so maybe I'll move this extra bazooka team up as well. And the jeeps, I don't know. Just get them off the road quickly. Just in case that tank at the back there can see right down that road from the start. The other option... Actually, no, I've got a better idea. You can swing around here. Let's see what you can see. They're big 50 cows. Maybe they'll be able to spot something up here, blast it. And for the mortar strikes, Apache's going to be the first target if I do this flanking maneuver. Oops. So we'll do something like this. Medium, short, and I'll put a 10-minute delay on it.
Fire mission.
So
Over.
I've got plenty of time to cancel it if it's
Roger.
not going to be a good
Fire.
idea.
Out.
And over here, maybe immediately. I'm changing the plan as I go, I must admit. Over here, just to make sure there's no one, or at least give them something else to think about on this hedgerow here. Medium, short.
Request fire mission. Over.
There we go. That should at least get them to move. What do you reckon? You reckon that's a good plan? One way to find out. Look, at least I've got a lot of good intel here. I know roughly how they're set up. However, the lack of contacts there is a little bit concerning. Let's get off target. Yeah, it's not the best mortar strike. Yeah, that was not the best mortar strike at all. I'm pretty sure I put a line command in. Still, could be enough to at least get them to think about something else other than my advancing troops. Let's see how much that's got left. Okay, it's already finished. I may just make a dash for it, I think. I'm really changing the plan as I go. Why is it? Why they always wanted to squeeze into one action tile? He's not going to see anything. That was not a good idea. Should have checked that first. Spin you guys around. It's a good thing with the Jeeps. They're awfully mobile. Just cover that flank. Alright, so you're going to deploy. Should have some good forces up to provide covering fire. Just get that squad to do like so. Okay. This drifting smoke is also going in that direction, so hopefully that may provide some concealment from these guys over here.
End of mission. Out.
I think that's a sniper at the back there. It's the only way it's going to see any of my guys here. Okay, lots of contact. What the hell's going on here? First loss. Damn it. And that smoke cleared awfully quickly. Damn it. Okay, that was not a good start. So that smoke cleared awfully quickly. I was not expecting that. Damn it. How's the flanking force going? They're still going alright, okay. Oh, gotta get you into the woods. Good thing is it's mostly just riflemen, I think. Haven't had any MG42s, but they're bound to start firing very soon. Put the big cover arcs on. Just want my guys to have free movement. Sorry, free orders just to shoot anything they see. The good news is I don't think there's anybody here. They would have fired on me by now. So these guys just run. Just get over there. Otherwise you are going to die. Stupid action squares, come on. Special deploy. Maybe these mortars with direct shot, they'll actually, direct line of sight, they may actually, you know, fire on their own initiative. That'd be nice. Okay. Main thing is here, make sure those guys move. Nope, decided to stop him. Of course I did. Of course I can't see anything, can they? Not losing anyone this turn. That's good. No flashing little orange lights. Let's try this again because they're awfully exposed. Don't want them spread out. Just go, just run. Here. Try and pinpoint some targets. At least I'll get some quick kills. That's the idea anyway. I think it's a little bit off centre. It's that tree there.
Request fire, over.
And 6 minutes, okay. I don't want to waste... I went down quite quickly. That was... Damn, there's 40 rounds up fired on that first area.
Request fire, over.
Yeah, I'm just remembering this is not an objective area. I don't want to really blast this too much. I want to save the arty, especially for that final objective back there. I think that's going to be the toughest nut to crack. Of course, MMG can't see anything. This is what I don't get. I had perfect line of sight before. Now there's next to nothing. Okay, they'll hunt. Just sneak up. And dogs start barking in the background. Good timing, guys. Fortunately for us all, they'd like to bark for a few minutes, so sorry about this. Though I must admit, last night I was playing the mission before this, bloody last, and I think all the heavy artillery did set them off, so combat mission causes Australian dogs to start barking. Okay. Please move. Stop barking. paratrooper. That's a juicy target for our mortars. Once I get up behind those hedgerows there, it should be fine.
Enemy infantry ahead.
Okay, still no contacts in this flank, which is brilliant. And may just quickly dash these guys over the top there. I'll be quiet. Okay, and it's going to move them all up. Even the neighbour's getting involved now. Okay, so why I wanted to get to this hedgerow, at least with these couple of squads. I mean, you've got to remember our American paratrooper squad, a lot of firepower. Especially there, the extra BARs and medium machine guns they're holding. So if I can get in here, that looks like the only entrance, and set up on that hedgerow or bockage. Maybe exposed to some flanking shots, so that's the only thing I'm worried about. But yeah, it can really scare those guys. Yes, that's the problem. I reckon I'm going to lose a couple. What are they possibly barking about, those dogs? I may have to split this team up, actually. Just widen that out. Okay, I think I may make that move for that forward element next turn. I've heard no MG42s yet. That's very, very good. That would have been a lot more deadly if it was. Contact, get across. Oh, it's a HQ too. I reckon their buddies are around here somewhere. Got one of them. Okay. So just move those guys up a bit. Just a carbine guy, wasn't it? Okay, I think I can live with that. An extra carbine. Here, I may have to actually divide the team up. Okay, where's the G. You're going into the safest position. You, sir, can face that way. Don't mind these teams joining up again. I just want to make sure they're in the right action spots. Okay, so once they're in there, really hope there's no one ready to ambush me. Just give the 15 seconds just in case. There's no doors in there. I may have to blast through if I want to check that other building, but I think I'm pretty safe. I think they would have already opened up on me that close. Once we're in that stone building, those guys there, this squad here should be able to fire out the windows and hurt that side of the objective and also possibly that side. Okay.
West fire mission out.
So we've got sniper, rifleman and the MMG all in there.
We're gonna be moving. Get ready.
They join back up. There we go. That's what I was aiming for. So who we got here? Let's have a look. Looks like just regular regular army forces, regular here forces. Okay, these guys are gonna run across like so. Going these guys. Just cover in front of you, please. This is also going to be a good test about that tank, see if I can get across that really quickly. Let's have a look at the foliage. One saving grace I think I've got is this heavy tree line. Should minimise the amount of time I can actually be seen by that vehicle. Fingers crossed, right? Face that way. They finish moving. Oops. So maybe I'll be able to clear that objective out now, but that's still going to leave me with this problem over here, which I've got mortars coming in. Okay. At that range, I think the Airborne definitely have the advantage there. So they've already gone to ground behind the wall. Under fire. Where's my other covering squad? There they are. That's what I want to see. Two quick kills.
West fire mission out.
This is the moment of truth. Get across, get across, get across. Don't stop in the middle of the road. Okay, got infantry contacts at the back there. Looks like they're going to get across. Okay, looks like I'm safe. That looks like a good crossing point. The fact the vehicle didn't see me is good. Meanwhile, I've spotted some sandbags. Looks like I got, yeah, that's what I thought. I think this is going to be the really heavy defended position with dug-in forces. Possibly also some forces over there catch me in the flank as I advance. So that's why I'm saving that artillery. Sorry, the mortars off map support. Got a HQ here. Could be just a platoon back here then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just regular army. It's either regular army or it's Krieg's Marine forces. They're the two forces I've versed this morning in this campaign. Okay, so they'll all stop there, pause, get their bearings, and that's that bug I'm talking about. Just watch that when you're playing at the moment. Very, and it's clean the MMG. Lucky they're not being seen by anything. Actually, they are, but looks like they've got superiority position. I think it's one of those things you have to wait and see now. Damn it, come on, fire, fire. Damn it. Lost the sergeant as well.
Fire for effect, over.
One action squared too close, that's what that was. I think that was the company commander though. A little bit off target. Sound context looks like they're running away.
Roger. Fire for effect.
Lots of contact. I'm still thinking I may... to buddy aid this guy. Might as well. Just get across there. Buddy aid here where I lost those two soldiers. Didn't lose the big gunners, that's the main thing. One sergeant though, that's going to hurt. Still, the next guy I take, this assistant leader, Shum, still pretty good, so it's not a huge loss. Okay, they're firing now. Under a minute. Oh, sorry, that's a 60mm mortar. Okay, the only one still got a spot. How far out is that? 2 more minutes. It's about to come down. Thinking I may let it fall. I probably won't have forces to follow up immediately on it though. Oh, so I got a casualty on my HQ there for a second. That's not good. Okay, you can see him. Okay, wasting mortar rounds and trying to spot one guy. Not good. Looks like they're giving up the fight. Congratulations, mortars. I don't want you to waste ammo. You, sir. I can't see him. You can see him, but you can't get a shot on him. God, I hate this. Alright, I'm going to have to... deploy. Actually, I may just get them to... cover arc there, maybe that will work better. Never got really good with this, the setup machine guns. They're hit and miss when you're trying to put them behind a wall or something. Okay, they're doing fine.
Fire for effect. Over.
Okay, the 81mm mortars are ready. Buddy 8 over there is done.
Fire for effect. Out.
So that objective's almost clear, but that's the problem. That's why I can't advance. Another tank contact. Good hits, good hits. I just want to see those hits a little bit closer though. Let's put the trees back on. Reason being, actually the trees off is probably better. We'll see how many tree bursts we get on this side. Alright, I've got some thinking to do. I think that could be enough. There won't be much of that fire coming in. I think I can dash these guys across now to join up the rest of the platoon. So there, the whole platoon will be situated in this little farmhouse area there. Right, that's probably the best idea. Another tank back there, tankette, could be an armoured half-track. Half-track, sorry. Definitely some thinking to do. Alright, we'll leave it. Actually, one before I do quit this part of the video. Let's just check. I forgot to check this guy, the HQ. He's got a cap on. Yeah, it looks like he'd be at least a company commander. Possibly a battalion commander. I can't really tell. Not with playing on elite. You can't, which is good. You shouldn't know. But if that is a high-ranking officer, that's going to hurt the morale. That's really, really good. Anyway, we'll leave this part 1 here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, leave comments below. Feel free to give me some advice. I'm probably going to need it, knowing my luck. And I'll see you again real soon.